Hey friends, and welcome back to the Gentleman's Journey. Guys, today we are in Spokane, Washington, over at Frank's Boots, and we're sitting down with Michelle, and we're about to do an unboxing.
Yeah.
Michelle, thanks so much for having us.
Of course.
So excited to be back.
Well, welcome back.
Everybody
glad to have you
loved
back.
all the last videos, and we just want to keep putting out more and more Frank's content. And
Thank you.
Just so excited about these boots, guys. It's been a while. We've been talking and texting back and forth and emailing, and these boots have been kind of on my mind since the first time I started learning about Frank's.
Good.
We went with the Riker AT last time, and I've been so excited about this. So we thought we would unbox it, and then we're going to switch to a different spot and just go through the nuts and bolts and some of what makes Frank's Frank's. But friends, you guys are seeing it right now when I'm seeing it.
I didn't let him peek, so serious.
It's so good. So this is exactly how you guys would get your boots shipped out to you. It's going to talk about the care instructions. Obviously have a little bit of swag going on. But check it out, friends. We're going to go through all of what these boots are and all the different components of it. But
that Latigo is so pretty.
Check that out, friends. So this is the Wilshire, and obviously it has a medallion cap toe. And we're going to talk about the leather. And then I've never had this outsole before, the Dr. Sole in the brown, and we're going to talk about the stitching and the hardware. And friends, let me just tell you, it doesn't get better than this. Sitting over here in Spokane, Washington, hanging out, talking boots, talking shop. So Michelle, you guys just knocked this one out.
Oh, I'm so glad you're pleased.
I can't believe
it.
This is incredible.
I love it. I love it. I love to be here for the unboxing because, you know, you never get to see the person's expression, but we do have a Frank's boot community, and a lot of people will unbox on there or just show pictures of their boots and share with the rest of the guys on the community. And I love that because it gives us an opportunity to see that, oh, we're so excited about it and we love our boots. And so it's nice to feel that excitement after they've gone home to their forever home.
No, but this is so good. I can't wait to talk more about it. All right, friends, so we made our way back to the workshop, and I imagine these boots have done their time in here. They've been clicked in here, they've been worked on, all by these awesome workers that are behind this. Everything's handmade, of course, but now we're going to get into kind of the nuts and bolts. I want to remind you guys, though, if your boots are running late, you don't blame me. We're only taking up a couple minutes, maybe an hour of their time.
I promise.
But your boots are getting made. I can see them getting made right now, and you'll have them soon, so be patient. But friends, let's get into these boots. So kind of what I do in a typical review is start top down, because that's just easy. And we start looking at the laces and the hardware. So obviously you got two different lacing options over here. And then you got different hardware. So you want to get into that a little bit?
Yes, absolutely. So typically with a non-aggressive sole, we will always use nylon laces, and the more aggressive sole, like Vibram lug sole or Honey Vibram, will do leather. You can always request whatever you like if you prefer the nylon over the leather, but yeah, that's typical.
That's a good rule of thumb. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that. Yep, that makes good sense. And then the hardware, we were able to choose from different color hardware, and I went with the,
antique.
Antique.
Yeah.
And then you guys obviously have black, and then kind of your typical brass that's a little brighter.
And nickel, which is very, very silver.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep, I just think that's the perfect color combination.
I do too. I think on this tan Latigo, that is the color that needs to be. Yeah.
Yep. And then we worked through kind of the tongue and the roll top and the pull tab. So what's going on with the leathers and the different materials there?
Sure. So the tongue is 3 to 3.5 ounce, and it's actually called tongue stock. It's very common between most of the PNW companies that we just have two different colors of tongue stock. We have black and we have brown, and that's pretty much it. Occasionally, there will be very, very few cases where we will match the leather to the boot, but only if it's been skived down enough and the flexibility or temper of the leather is soft and flexible enough to be able to get that good trifold in there. So the reason for this is because of its temper, and which is the flexibility factor, and then also just to make sure you get that good fold in there.
Love it.
Yeah.
And I can get my finger in there, so that's good. So I really love a good pull tab. And then obviously we're all burning to know what kind of leather this is. So what are we working with here, and why does it look so darn good?
This is probably one of my favorite leathers. I say that for a lot because I have a lot of favorites, but this is one that we will always continue to have in stock. And the reason is the oiled Latigos by Wickett and Craig are absolutely by far my favorites. The Wickett and Craig has excellent pull-up. This is oiled Latigo tan. We also carry chestnut and we carry brown. Brown doesn't have quite the amount of pull-up, but I just love the color variations in it. You can just see where it's pulled and stretched over the vamp, and yeah, you can do that. And you can see that color variation. It is a very oily, waxy type of leather, so we don't line the inside of the boot just because the liner just doesn't stick properly. But we do have a vamp liner inside the boot. I don't know if you can really see that, but there is a vamp liner.
Yep.
And on the toe cap, this is one full piece of leather and then a second piece of leather going over the top. And then the third layer inside would be the vamp liner.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
And obviously I went with the broguing, and I thought that would look very dressy, and obviously I can pull this off in a number of casual and semi-professional environments, undoubtedly. Then I like to work my way down in and see what's happening inside there. So there's not a liner, but obviously you guys can grab their own liner from you guys. They can get out and get their Dr. Soul or whatever, Dr. Scholl's, and put that in there.
Yes, you can do an inside liner if you want, but our sock liner is...
Then you got leather in there, and then what do we got going on in the midsole?
So all of our boots are Mckay stitched except for the Patriot. So this was Mckay stitched, and it's stitched from the insole to the outsole. And then the stitching, which we call the welt stitching around here, is done, actually it's done upside down, so they can't even see how close they're getting. It's almost like a blind sewing. It is just amazing. I just so proud of my guys. They
and you
have
guys
an
can check
excellent...
out all the videos that we did with all the leather options. We were just talking about all the leather, and then you can check out as we went through the factory, and you get little glimpses of the guys working. You get glimpses of the different workstations, and I was there with Frank, and I'll link all those videos so you can just see.
Yeah, and we could take a quick walk around too.
Yeah, walk around a little bit. You can see the process of how these things are being built. So then we got a natural edge going on out here. Obviously a leather stacked heel, and this is the was it the dogger?
Yeah, that's a dogger heel.
The dogger heel, and then we'll make our way out to the outsole, and now we have this Dr. Sole, and I've never had this before, and I'm just stunned at how it matches the rest of the boot.
It does.
Brown.
Yeah, I love the little like dots in it. It just for some reason I just
like
think
a
that
cork
just
bag.
adds. Yeah, it really does. And I'm a huge fan of the Dr. Soles. I think probably my next boot will have a Dr. Sole on it. Just got to find one small enough.
We'll see how they wear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Make sure and stick around for the 1 year review. We'll get into these boots. But yeah, that's phenomenal. So what else did we kind of miss, or what about the process should these guys know?
You know, it's really a more difficult process to order online sometimes. So when someone is placing an order online, they would have to just choose one of our 5 work leathers. The reason why we don't have all of our options listed and all of our leather options listed is just simply because it's just too much information and it overwhelms people. So what we ask is just that you order a black boot or a brown boot and add any option that is available online, and then immediately follow up your order with an email to orders@franksboots.com and tell them all the changes that you want to make, and be sure to list the name you placed the order under and the order number, and that helps greatly. And then you just have 48 hours to make any final changes to that boot. We don't put it into production until we wait that 48 hours to make sure we have all of those final changes in place. And usually it takes about 5 to 7 days to get a confirmation email back and just let you know that yes, those changes have all been accepted. And the easiest way to place an order with a lot of the customizable options is just to call in your order. So if you have any questions, always feel free to call and ask. We're definitely better at phone calls than we are emails. So,
well, there's not too many companies that are willing to do that. So how good is that? That's
well,
awesome.
we're pretty old school here.
I
so
love that. No,
yeah.
that's perfect though. That's what these guys are looking for. So would love to answer any questions you guys have. If you're on social media, you're looking at the different Facebook groups, probably interacting with Michelle. Guys, put some questions down in the comments section. I would love to answer them. I'm sure Michelle could chime in and check the video and see if there's any. Obviously, we're going to be putting this guy in there, lacing them up, and trying them on. I think it's going to be exciting. So hang back for that as I get ready to put these boots on.
So Brendan is preparing vamps. He's putting the vamp lining on and getting all the glue nice and packed in there. And then that vamp lining gets sewed to the vamp and then eventually to the tongue. He's working on a rebuild. So you can see the uppers are very, very well loved and well worn. And he's just working on a new backstay. So this leather right here is shark leather. It's black rustic shark, and it's being sewn into what we showed earlier, the Road Commander for a motorcycle boot. So the backstay is shark, and the shifter patch is shark. So down here is just our 55 and our 77 lasts. All the other ones are stored elsewhere. And obviously a lot of them are in boots, but yeah, these are our bins for storing. This is called Dublin Golf Green, and the pull-up on this is neon. It's absolutely incredible. So all the boots here are just simply waiting for lasts to come out of another boot that is in their size. I'm just amazed at how many they can actually get without messing up. It's mind-blowing. Beautiful. Thank you. These are just stock boots waiting for hooks and eyes. So you see the whole bottoms were taken off. When a boot is being rebuilt, the entire bottom of the boot is taken apart and literally rebuilt. This one in particular is going to have a new backstay, heel counter, and vamp. Typically we don't always have to do a backstay, but we do the heel counter, the vamp, and then everything underneath. So the outsole, midsole, everything else gets redone. It's almost like creating a boot from scratch, which is hence the price of the rebuild. So yeah, some are just resoles on there, but most of those are rebuilds. Bison, which is really pretty. That navy was super, super popular. I only got a few hides of it, but man, that leather went fast. Here's another one with yellow stitching. And then the other blue next to it that's more of a smooth look without that kind of grain appearance to it. That's called Cavalier Ink. I love how creative my customers are, because it gives my craftsmen an opportunity to match their creativity, and it kind of helps to not be so mundane to do the same boot over and over again. So I love that my craftsmen can always match the creativity of my customer and hopefully nail it every time. This is glue, by the way.
Yeah.
So you would think that this wouldn't be a popular color, right? But we're discontinuing this leather, and suddenly there's been people are just wanting to order it again. So yeah.
It has some, is it like black pull-up essentially?
So
how does the black come out?
It's Dublin. It has a lot of characteristics, so you will see a lot of that. And then the pull-up is just insane. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
So those are the Mckay stitchers. That's what stitches the midsole to the insole.
Gotcha.
And there are some companies that have really fallen away from the Mckay stitch. The only one we don't Mckay stitch is our Patriot, but we feel it's super important in the longevity of the boot, and yeah, we are going to continue doing it.
In the last video when they were actually using it, so I have to watch back my own video now to see it. So exciting.
And then I'll show you the Rapide.
Yep.
Using the Rapide, they do it literally upside down, so it's blind sewing, as I was kind of discussing before. It is an amazing monster of a machine. There are very few people who know how to run them well, and yeah, we're very, very blessed to have the craftsmen that we have here. Never take that for granted. So this is a boot where the heel base has not been shaped yet, and you can see the underside of that. So that's what it looks like, and then I will show you what it looks like when it's sanded. So here's one that's been sanded. And then I'll show you one when it's finished. Okay, so this is one that's been finished. So that's natural stain, and that's a black Vibram lug sole. So that's just natural stain. We also have brown and black. We asked for a heel, instep, and ball measurement, and based upon their measurements and their notes, we create a custom last. So this one has a little heel pin, has a little extra side piece, and that will accommodate for the width around his ball, and a little bit more on the sides of the foot. And then once the last has gone through production, we take the last out of the boot and we remove the pieces, and since they are completely done exactly to that person's foot specifications and measurements, and then we file them with their fit sheet so that the next time if they want a boot, we have everything on file. And then these are just boots getting ready to be shipped.
That one catches your eye, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's fire red horsehide, although it looks orange. This is for one of our really great customers, Alex Levesque. It is Merriam horsehide from an Italian tannery, and it's black horsehide on the bottom, and as I said, fire red on the top with a fire red padded collar.
I need some gray boots. Look at that. That's so good.
That's the Predator steel, yeah.
So good.
And here's another one of my favorites. This is black waxed flesh. And I just love the look of that. I just think it turned out really nice.
You guys busier before or after fire season?
Kind of
Do people
always.
gear up, or do they-
Yes, so we do fire sales, so there is a little bit of a rush that time of the year. And then any of the downtime or down season, we seem to be doing more casual or dress boots.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Because that's kind of what these would be, kind of stock.
So those are stock, and I think they're going to be kind of like a T2 with a soft toe. We try to do some different in-stock, ready-to-ship boots to give people some options if they're in a super hurry to get their boots.
Cool.
So, yeah. That's Black Cherry Bighorn Bison from Law Tannery, and that's smooth over rough. And I always think this looks like red velvet cake to me.
It really does. It really does. How are guys liking this outsole?
Loving it. Loving it a lot.
No, I don't have that one. It's so good.
And then, I don't know if you wanted to go do this run. So this is our run of specialty leathers. So we have some up here. Some of these are my special ones that nobody can touch.
Yeah, yeah.
And then this is mostly Wicked and Craig. We do have some law tanning. This is Macedon bison. Macedon bison from Seidel Tannery. The rest of this is mostly Wicked and Craig. We have some Badalassi Carlo and Sapphire and Navy. Montana Cognac, another type of bison.
Okay.
We do a lot of this, which is Bighorn bison, and that is from Law Tannery. This is probably our most popular color, but they do some wild colors too. This is turquoise, and the rough out on that is even amazing. We did a few monkey boots in this, and they just turned out wild. So it comes in black, and then this is our Italian horsehide, natural Tuscanello, olive, and black. We've got some kudu and bitter chocolate and autumn spice. There's that black cherry bison again.
That autumn spice looks really good.
Yeah,
Did we see a boot like that?
there isn't one. I just sent one out, darn it, Friday. But the rough out on this is absolute suede. It's just so soft and beautiful. So a smooth over rough out boot looks fantastic. I've even had people just do rough out, but this shows so much character because you can see every fence this antelope bumped into, every animal that he locked horns with. It's just amazing. I love it. And then this is what I call the patina leather. This is Wicked and Craig's russet harness.
Okay.
And this will patina to a nice dark brown. It just has so much character, and for anyone who's entering like the Patina Thunderdome, I would highly recommend something like this that's really going to show that age in 6 months. So, and then here's some more law tanning. I've got some olive, I think they call it moss green, Predator Steel, Predator Whiskey, Cavalier Ink, and then we have some waxed flesh. We have that Gulf Green, which is a Dublin, and then some Chrome Excel in natural, burgundy, black, and then I've got some wild stuff here. And then we have our shark and exotics down in here.
How good.
Yeah. This is our new Road Commander, and essentially it's just a Type 1 Commander, still has the 1-inch sole system, but it has a shifter patch on the left side. If you ride a European bike, you can have the shifter patch put on to the other side.
Okay.
Some people even choose to have them on both, but it kind of helps protect that toe or vamp area from when just constantly shifting. And this just kind of like the little extra decorative piece.
Definitely.
But you can get this in any of our 60 plus different leathers, and you can choose the patches on different sides. You can choose different belts. You can add roll top, tons of different options. But yeah, this has been a super popular motorcycle boot.
How good.
Yeah.
So what do we have here?
So I think most of you have probably seen our Santa Claus boot. It was a 14-inch cuff boot with SC embroidered for Santa Claus in the cuff of the boot, reindeer buttons. We just went wild on it. It was so fun. Well, this is his wife's boot, Mrs. Santa's boot, and it's got a little embroidered holly leaf. It's not quite finished, but we'll have it done in time, way before Christmas. So yeah, just wanted to show you that.
Good. So friends, we finally made our way over here after we checked out some more of the shop. We're here with Frank. You've been working all day, but thanks again for having us,
You're
man.
welcome.
What a
Thanks for
pleasure
coming.
just
We
being
appreciate
here
it.
and seeing y'all. So let's get these guys on and see how they fit.
Okay, go ahead and slide them on. We'll do one at a time.
All right.
One of the questions that we get very often is how do you fold the tongues? So I'm just going to give a little explanation here of what we like to do and why we like to do it this way. What we normally do is we'll pull the tongue out like this, fold it in the center, and then bring it down so that you have a nice fold in the front, and down on the bottom here there's no lump. The reason we do that is a couple reasons, but the main one is to pull all of the leather as far forward as we can. When you fold them back, the tongues into the back, you can get a pinch point back here, and this also gives an extra layer of protection, especially if you work outdoors, if you're in the woods or something should rub against the front of your leg. That's a secondary layer of protection over your shins. So that's what we do. We just snug them up like this. We always tell people, lace it up to your comfort level. You don't have to go overly tight, and then just start your break in. Adjust your laces throughout the day. to your comfort level, and that'll help with your break-in time. And these laces are a little bit long for the height of the boot, so what we'll normally do is cut off the excess and burn the ends when we do it.
Perfect.
I'll go ahead and put that one on.
Are you wearing the Raker AT from
I am. This
a
is
couple years ago? Is that the...
This is the same one 2 years ago. No, 2 or 3 years ago
it's
in
been a hot minute.
October. Yeah. And
Man, they look fantastic.
I'm still wearing it. I love it. I love this nylon upper. It's just worked out really well for me. As a matter of fact, I've put 2 pair through for myself. Somehow or other, when I do that, they always end up on display, and I never get to wear them. But I did put 2 pair through for me.
How funny.
Same thing with this one. Now, sometimes this tongue on the left foot, for some reason, it likes to go the same direction as that one. And what I'm looking for is down here. I want a nice smooth fold down on the bottom. Otherwise, if you end up with a little knot, it can put some excessive pressure on the instep of your foot. So that fold is good. Tuck it under. Pull it a little bit snug.
How many gentlemen you suppose you laced up over the years, man?
Couldn't count. It's 30 years of doing it, so quite a few.
Oh, good. Well, it's, again, man, I'm privileged to be here, and I just know these guys love these videos. They love every minute of the video, so thanks for carving out some time for us.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We do appreciate it. So there you go. New boots laced up. He gets to do the break-in.
That's so good, man. That's a really good fit. Really absolutely good. So that's 11C, and I am just loving that fit.
Fantastic.
Got some crispy pants just for this occasion. So
yeah, my crew knocked it out of the park again. They're so talented. I love this crew. They just do a great job. They really work hard. So I appreciate them every day.
Yep. Sweet. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
Well, Michelle, we checked out the boots. We took a little tour of the factory again. We saw some of the new stuff you guys are putting out. And then I got a fitting by Frank himself, and everything checks out. They are just phenomenal boots. So thanks to the team, and thank you guys. I just am already planning my next boot, friends. So excited.
Well, it was so wonderful to see you guys again and to welcome you back here to the Spokane area. And you are welcome back anytime. We love seeing you and love having you. Just final shout out to all my craftsmen who I just think do an amazing job, and I'm just so proud of them and what they accomplish every day here. We just have a great crew, and yeah, Frank and I are like proud parents. So thank you so much for watching.
So you guys know what to do. Head over to Frank's website or give them a call. Give them a bunch of love. Put your order in today. Let them know that the Gentleman's Journey sent you over there. So friends, until the next video, God bless. And hey, don't forget to give your boots some love from time to time.
That's great.
All right,
Thank you.
cheers.
Bye.